Happy Monday, it's Eric Plattenberg. This is a very interesting time of the year, and I noticed that there's a recurring theme in a lot of conversations that I thought I would talk about today. Hopefully this will be beneficial for you as, this period of fall when it's now been a couple of months since most people have been outside a lot and they've been very active and school has started and Thanksgiving and the holidays are still coming up, but there's this sort of an in-between period where I hear a lot of people saying, gosh, it's been a couple of months now since I've been in an exercise routine, or I'm already putting on a little bit of extra weight, or I'm really out of balance at work. I'm finding myself working all the time and there's less sunlight during the day, and kids are back in school, and a lot of people feel like they're in a funk. They feel like there's just, they're not on their A game, they're not taking care of themselves super well, and they're finding themselves a little bit out of balance. That's natural, and there's cycles. There's cycles when people are going to be more fit, when you're going to be more on your A game, or when you're a little bit of off. And that's normal. So here's what I want to talk about today. So when that happens, what most people do is they find themselves in a negative spiral in their mind going, oh my gosh, look at this. I've been off my diet. I've been working too much. I've whatever the problem is. Well, think about it in another way. As soon as you realize it, as soon as you have the awareness that, wow, I haven't really been exercising, or I haven't been as fit as I have in the past, or I'm out of a great habit of reading a book every day, or of listening to a great audio program, or whatever it may be. As soon as you notice that, the moment that you notice it, it's very important to then look for the thought that comes right behind it. This is the transition point between whether you change and start creating positive momentum, or you get stuck and it just gets worse. If the emotion right behind the awareness is guilt, if it's shame, if it's upset, if it's anger, blame, if it's an excuse, then chances are that emotion itself is going to captivate you to stick you in that place. And then things continue to get worse. And then you tell yourself the story, well, the end of the year is coming up in 6 weeks, and I really can't do a whole lot about, my business till the end of the year, so I'll just wait and make a New Year's resolution and try to do better in 2014. Or you look in the mirror and you're like, well, the holidays are right around the corner. There's nothing that I can do about it, so I'm just going to pig out for the next couple of months, and, I'll just deal with it. That negative emotion right behind the awareness is incredibly important to, if it's there, to address it and then reprogram. When I find myself out of a habit, like reading books, I just noticed this the other day, that I was out of the habit of reading first thing when I woke up in the morning and last thing at night, and a lot of that had to do with changes in our schedule around kids. I'm up getting the kids in the morning, and I'm missing that reading time because the kids are, captivating my attention. So as soon as I noticed that, I was like, oh, good. This gives me a chance to find a new habit, to cultivate something new that works for my life now. The reason that you fall out of habits isn't because you're a bad person. It's not because you're an undisciplined person. It's because life changes. You have new situations. You might have a new boss or work on a new project. In my case, I've got little people in my life. Seasonalities will change your habits. There's a lot of things that go into you consistently taking positive action in the areas of your life. When you notice that you're out of a habit, if your thought is, oh, good, this is something that I can work on, or good to know at the very least, this is something that I don't want to continue, this is the first step to actually getting something done. Beating yourself up over the things that you haven't been doing over the last couple of months isn't going to do you any good at all. And this is such a critical time because what you do in the next 6 weeks sets momentum for the end of the year that carries over into 2014. I talk about this every year at this time, that if you want to have an amazing year in 2014, get on your game now. Don't wait till after the holidays to start considering when you're going to start exercising. Exercise through the holidays. Don't wait till at the end of the year to then get really focused on your career. Make sure that you're living in balance, but that you've got a laser beam focus on finishing this year really strong. When you do those types of things, you'll create momentum out of this year and into the next year that is really, really phenomenal. Life is a momentum sport. When you get momentum going, things are just easier. So have fun with that. If you have any questions, post them. Above all, have a fabulous week.